The interesting thing about the riots is it's so counterproductive. And, this isn't me just being like, oh, I don't like the look of it, but it's counterproductive. What are they trying to do? What's the argument? It's just like the "We Are the 99% movement." You know, no list of demands, no organization, no nothing. Who's your leader? What are your demands? What substantive thing do you want to get out of this other than I'm just gonna go off, I'm gonna burn some cars, I'm gonna bring down property values, I'm going to make the tax-paying citizens of the state responsible for this. I'm going to make the surroundings look dangerous and ugly and hostile. I'm going to make it so that old people are afraid to leave their house, because what old person wants to walk through this bullshit and possibly get hit and knocked down because all these motherfuckers are running and torching shit and trying to square up with cops and throwing boulders off overpasses. This is some stupid, animalistic, wild bullshit. It's stupid. Nobody's gonna come to your side, and here's what you're gonna do. California will slowly turn red if shit like this keeps going on. Okay, California already polled a lot more red this last general election than it has in recent elections. It's happening. It's creeping forward. It happened before. We were a conservative state before. We had fucking Ronald Reagan as the governor. And a lot of good that did, because a lot of the homeless you see on the streets are probably because of him. Probably because of him. So if you want to go back to an all red state, keep pulling this shit. Understand, you may have passion for what you're doing, and I may even on just a pure human level understand it and empathize with you, but understand you will not be forgiven for making people feel unsafe. They will not come to your side. In fact, all you're going to do is embolden people to go to the other side and not even care about conditions or any possible clemency or anything like that, or any kind of sanctuary situation being renegotiated with new terms and parameters. No, people are going to say, fuck you, all of you get out. That's what people are going to say. That's how the human animal's mind works. Yet these people want to go out here and do this shit. I got an idea. How about, instead of flipping cars and going after cops who, you don't even know that cop's politics, he or she just showed up to work that day. And I'm not a cop's ass kisser. Well, I've been close to being the former. But, it is pretty shitty to just be like, look, I'm just doing my job. Why are you throwing shit at my car? Why are you spray painting my fucking car? What the fuck? It must suck. But they're going to slowly see that people are just going to deal in absolutes with them. And there will never ever be, or not never ever, but it's going to be a while before we have another left-leaning president, a liberal president, a democratic president, right? It's going to be a while, because every time these protests happen, understand that's a new MAGA voter. That's a new MAGA voter watching TV, hearing about how his friend or her friend's, business was burned down and they didn't have shit to do with it. 2020, they call that the summer of love with the George Floyd protest. I can't think of a more horrible way to commemorate the life of someone you felt was of value, even though, I don't know. I can't think of a more horrible way, okay, to canonize that person than by destroying everything around you in this man's name. It sounds like old hat, but I think that Martin Luther King's approach was best. I think that a dignified but strong and repetitive, and we're not going to stop until we get what the fuck we want approach is the best. I wonder why nobody suggested that they just stop paying shit, just stop buying things, have a protest where you stop buying goods. Maybe for 72 hours, every person who is affected by the situation and those who sympathize with them, maybe they should just make the covenant, the commitment to say, I'm not going to buy any goods or products. I'm talking gas money, I'm talking water, I'm talking whatever. Eat what you have in your house. Whatever you have in your pad, eat that shit. If you got fruit, throw it in the refrigerator. We're not buying shit for 72 hours. We're going to let the government see the power of the immigrant, and we're going to fight that way. And I guarantee you, you start hitting these people's pockets, they're going to listen to what you have to say. But these people never learn. And so the deportations will continue, and support for the deportations will grow. And I don't know why the fuck these people can't figure that out.